children. Welcome to maths class. Today we'll discuss one mark question from different chapters. We'll start with the circle lesson. First question in the figure, PA and PB are two tangents drawn from an external point P to a circle with the center C and radius 4 cm. PA and PB are tangents to the circle with the center C having radius 4 cm. We know that always radius is perpendicular to the tangent. So here CA is perpendicular to AP. CB is another radius perpendicular to PB, another tangent. If PA and PB are perpendicular to each other, PA and PB are perpendicular to each other. Okay, then find the length of each tangent. Here PA is perpendicular to PB. B is the point here. PA perpendicular to PB. If so, we have to find out the length of each tangent. Here two tangents are there, PA and PB. We have to find out the length. By seeing the figure, it is clearly understood. Given that PA perpendicular to PB, so the angle APB equal to 90 degree. And we know that radius perpendicular to tangent, therefore this angle CAP is 90. Similarly, angle CBP is also 90. And this APBC is a square, we can say. The reason here is it's a quadrilateral four-sided figure and the three angles are now equal to 90 degree each. Therefore, according to quadrilateral's angle sum property, we can say that sum of the angles of this quadrilateral equal to 360 degree. Here we have already 90 plus 90 plus 90. It is 270. When we subtract 360 minus 270, you will get this angle C as 90 degree. It is clearly understood. Then only the total of these four angles will become 360. Sum of angles of a quadrilateral equal to 360 degree. Okay. Therefore, here you can see the adjacent sides of this square are equal. This AC is equal to BC. They are equal. They are the radii. And also all these angles are 90 degree each. So a rectangle having adjacent sides equal is called square. That is why we say that ACBP is a square. First of all, it's a quadrilateral. Adjacent sides are equal and each angle equal to 90 degree. That's why we say that it is a square. A parallelogram with the adjacent sides equal having 90 degree, or it is a rectangle with the adjacent side equal is a square, we have to say. If it is a square, isn't it all the sides equal? That is, AP also will be equal to AC and BC will be equal to PB. So all these sides are equal and we can say that each side will be 4 cm. And our question's answer here is the length of each tangent equal to 4 cm. That is how here we have to write the answer. Length of each tangent equal to 4 cm. Here when you get the question like this, just draw the figure and show all the sides and mark angles so that it is clearly understood. You don't want to explain much. And you can say the answer as 4 cm as ACBP is a square. Now we move on to second question. Okay, let us see the second question. The circumference of a circle is 22 cm. Given that circumference of circle 2 pi r is equal to 22 cm. Then we have to calculate the area of the quadrant. We know quadrant is a part of circle, that is 1/4 of a circle. 1/4 of pi r square actually. Okay, therefore we need r. R is equal to 22 by 2 pi. That is 22 by 2 into pi value is 22 by 7. Okay, so we get it as radius equal to 7 by 2. Now in order to get the area of the quadrant, formula we will apply. Area of the quadrant equal to area of quadrant equal to 1 by 4 pi r square. That's equal to 1 by 4 into pi value 22 by 7 into r square. Here r is equal to 7 by 2. R square is 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. We'll cancel 2 with this. We get 11. 7 with this. Okay. So now we are getting 77 by 4 2s are 8. You divide it, children. You'll get the answer 9.625 cm square. Show the division, do it. Third question, write whether the following pair of linear equation is consistent or not. Here you should understand the conditions of consistency. There are two conditions for consistent. That is, if a system of equation is having a unique solution, we say that it is consistent. Or otherwise, a system is having infinite number of solution, then also we say that consistent. Okay, but whereas if you are getting no solution, it is inconsistent. So let us check the first condition itself. For unique solution, we have to find out what is a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. So this linear equation is of the form ax plus by equal to c. Second one also ax plus by equal to c. Here a is 1, by 1 into y, c1 14, a2x, a2 here is 1, b2 negative 1, c2 4. So a1 will be 1, 1x it is, a1x. It is of the form a1x plus b1y equal to c1. Plus c1 equal to 0 also we can write. Okay. So a1x means it is 1x plus b1y. 1y equal to 14. That's why a1 is 1, b1 is 1, c1 is 14. a2x. Second one is a2x plus b2y equal to c2. a2x, it is 1x. a2 is 1. b2y negative 1. c2 equal to 4. So condition is a1 by a2. We get it as 1 by 1. That's equal to 1. Check b1 by b2. 1 by negative 1. That's equal to negative 1. So from this we will understand 1 is not equal to negative 1. That means a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. It is a condition for unique solution. Okay. Unique solution. You have to learn all the conditions. It is condition for unique solution. a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. If it has unique solution, the pair of equation is consistent. Therefore, equations are consistent. Therefore, equations are consistent. Fourth question, if the circumference of the circle and perimeter of a square are equal, then find the relation between area of circle and area of the square. All these are 1 mark question. The circumference of circle and perimeter of square are equal. We know what is circumference of a circle. It is 2 pi r. That's equal to perimeter of the square. Perimeter of the square means it is the sum of the sides. One side is a unit. Therefore, 4 sides are there for the square. 4a will be the perimeter of the square. 2 pi r is equal to 4a we are getting. From this we can write what is r, that is 4a divided by 2 pi. Is it 2 pi? That's equal to, when we cancel you will be getting it as 2a divided by pi value 22 by 7. Okay, so we can cancel, we will be getting it as 7 by 11a. So r is equal to 7 by 11a here. Now we have to check the next condition. If they are equal, then find the relation between area of circle and area of the square. So area of the circle we know, that is pi r square. Area of the circle is pi r square. Pi into r square. R is 7 by 11 into a. R square means 7 by 11 into a again. So here pi value we are going to substitute 22 by 7 into 7a by 11 into 7a by 11. 7 and 7 getting cancelled. 11 and 22 2 times. So here we have 7 into 2, 7 2s are 14 by 11 a square. That means this is area of the circle. Area of circle equal to 4 by 11. A square means area of square. Okay, 4 by 11 into area of the square. That is the relation between area of circle and area of the square. Area of circle is 4 by 11 times area of the square. Or when you cross multiply, you will understand 11 times area of circle equal to 14 times area of square. Okay, this is how also you can write. Any one of this answer will be correct. Okay, next question, fifth one. If ax plus by is equal to a square minus b square, bx plus ay is equal to 0, find the value of x plus y. If you want to find out x plus y, first we have to find out what is x and what is y. So this is a linear equation of the form a1x plus b1y equal to c1. Here c1 is a square minus b square. And the second one is also of the form a2x plus b2y equal to c2. So first x term comes, second y term, and then constant term. So when we get such a question, just check the coefficient of x. Here it is a. For the second one it is b. Whereas in the first coefficient of y will be b and the second it is a. So it comes alternately. Okay. So in such a case, better you have to add the first equation and the second equation. Equation number 1, equation number 2 we are adding. So first equation, let us mark it, and this is our second equation. Adding 1 and 2 we get. We have to add these two equations. Both are having x, so a plus b into x it is. Ax plus bx means a plus b into x. That is ax plus bx. Okay. Plus, again we are adding by plus ay. Y is common. So b plus a into y it is equal to. Now adding this a square minus b square plus 0. So it is a square minus b square. Just check again. We have a plus b here into x plus b plus a is same as a plus b into y equal to a square minus b square identity everybody knows. It is a plus b into a minus b. So I am going to rewrite it as a plus b into x plus, instead of this it is just a plus b into y. Just we are changing the side. A plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Actually it is 1 mark question. We have to make the steps shorter for you to understand. I am writing elaborately. So here a plus b is common in the first term as well as in the second. So taking a plus b common, here we have x plus y. We are taking this a plus b as well as this outside. We get x plus y inside equal to a plus b into a minus b. Okay. Now cancel a plus b on both the sides. We get the equation again as x plus y is equal to a minus b. We'll mark it as equation number 3. After addition of 1 and 2, next step is subtraction. 1 minus 2 it is. Equation number 1 minus 2 implies we have to subtract. How do we do that? That is, both are like ax and bx. Ax minus bx is a minus b into x it is. Plus second, by minus ay, that is b minus a into y, equal to this a square minus b square minus 0, that is a square minus b square itself. Look at this. If you want to change the side, this is actually positive b minus or plus minus a it is. So we have to change the sign now. A minus b into x plus, this is a minus b with the negative sign outside. Okay. Now it is minus a plus b. It is the same. Positive b and negative a it should be. Negative a and positive b. Okay. Y equal to a plus b into a minus b. Yes. Now we have a minus b common at the left side with the negative sign in between. So taking a minus b outside, here we have x minus, plus and minus when we give it is minus, it is y. So taking a minus b from both outside, here we have x minus y equal to a plus b into a minus b. Cancel the common, we have the equation as x minus y is equal to a plus b. We can mark it as equation number 4. Look at equation number 3, x plus y is equal to a minus b, and fourth one, x minus y is equal to a plus b. Actually we have to find out what is x plus y, is it? So find the value of x plus y. Here itself we got the answer. We don't want to proceed with the x minus y. If they are asking x minus y and this is an added point, we have to write the answer as a plus b. So here you can change the question as find the value of x plus y and x minus y. So here you got both the answers. X plus y is a minus b and x minus y is a plus b. Both answers you got now. Here we have the 6th question. If the circumference of two concentric circles forming a ring are 88 cm and 66 cm respectively. So circumference of the ring, that means it is circular. Circumference of two concentric circles. So bigger circle circumference, it is 2 pi r. We can take it as 2 pi capital R because I marked radius as capital R. So it is 88 centimeter. Okay. Now comes the circumference of smaller circle having radius smaller. So it is 2 pi small r, that is equal to 66 centimeter. Okay. From this we have to find the width of the ring. What is meant by width of the ring? It is the difference of both the radii. That is, first radius is capital R longer. For the inner circle, radius is smaller. If this is 5 centimeter and this is 3 centimeter, the difference here, this is called the difference. Okay, bigger one minus the smaller one, difference. So if it is 5 and this smaller is 2, difference will be 3. Or if it is 5, this is 3, then difference will be 2. R minus R is called thickness or width of the ring. Okay. So here we have to find out what is capital R and what is small r, so that it will be easy. Since it is a 1 mark question, it can be done easily. That is, just subtract 2 pi r, that is the first circumference, minus the second one 2 pi r. First circumference is 88 minus, so smaller it is 66. Let us take the common outside. 2 pi is common. Capital R minus R it is. 88 minus 66 is 22. Now we will cancel 2 and 22. It becomes 11. So R minus R is equal to 11 by pi. Pi value is 22 by 7. By 7 means into 7 on the other side. So here we have 11 one time, 11 two time. R minus R is 7 by 2. We know that 7 by 2 is equal to 3.5 centimeter. So R minus R is called thickness or width of the ring. This distance. Okay. Capital R minus small r. Capital R minus small r is equal to 3.5 centimeter. That is the width of the ring. Okay. Question number 7. How many solutions does the pair of equation y equal to 0 and y equal to negative 5 have? So we know y equal to 0 means it is x-axis. Y equal to 0 represents x-axis. Okay. Whereas y is equal to negative 5. Where will it be? It is familiar. Y is equal to negative 5 means negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So y equal to negative 5 will be this value. Y equal to negative 5 is this line. Okay. This is y equal to 0, x-axis. This is how it comes. These two lines are parallel to each other. Y equal to negative 5 is a line which is parallel to x-axis at a distance of 5 units below the x-axis. Okay, this is a line for y equal to 0 x-axis, and this is a line y is equal to negative 5 which is parallel to x-axis at a distance of 5 units below the x-axis. The reason is at each point, here it may be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So here the point will be 1 negative 5, 2 negative 5, 3 negative 5. So everywhere y value will be negative 5. 0 negative 5, 1 negative 5, 2 negative 5, 3 negative 5, it goes on. So it is y negative 5 which is parallel to x-axis. So it represents y equal to negative 5 is a line parallel to x-axis. Therefore, since they do not touch each other, or since they do not intersect, there is no common point, and we can say that there is no solution. If two lines intersect each other, that intersecting point is called solution. Here we don't have a solution because these two lines do not intersect, they are parallel to each other. Therefore, no solution. Hope you understood. If they intersect only, it has solution, or they should coincide each other. Here there is no coincidence, they do not intersect, therefore it does not have solution. We know the condition for no solution. See the question. For what value of k the pair of linear equation 3x plus y is equal to 3 and 6x plus ky is equal to 8 does not have a solution? What is the condition for no solution? a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Isn't it? So then there is no solution. Parallel lines will be getting. So that is the condition here we have to write. a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Condition already we know. a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Here let us write what is a1. 3 by a2 6 equal to b1 1y. 1 is b1 and ky b2 k not equal to c1 by c2. 3 divided by 8. Okay. So here for what value of k? Let us take the first two. 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by k. 3 by 6 means it is 1 by 2. Cross multiply k is equal to 2. Cross multiply 1 into k equal to 1 into 2. K is equal to 2. Value of k here is 2, for which the pair of linear equation does not have a solution. Let us see the next question. Here we have a circle. You can see the circle. Hypotenuse of right angle triangle is 10 centimeter. So triangle ABC is given as a right angle triangle. Let it be angle B 90 degree. Okay. Hypotenuse is given as 10 centimeter. That means AC is 10 centimeter. Radius of inscribed circle is 1 centimeter. Radius we will mark it as 1 centimeter. Okay. So here also it will be 1 centimeter. The perimeter of triangle is, perimeter means we have to get AB plus BC plus AC. How do we get that? How do we get the length BC, AB and AC? One clue is it is a right triangle, therefore the angle B is 90. We know that radius is always perpendicular to tangent. From the point B, we have two tangent. Here you can see this tangent and another one. So, this tangent is perpendicular to the radius. Okay. Similarly, this radius from center perpendicular to tangent again. Here again, I have to say that this is a square. We can mark PQ here. Okay. OPBQ is a square. As it is a 1 mark question, you don't want to write all the steps. OPBQ is a square. Everybody might have understood. So if this is 1 centimeter, side is 1 centimeter, all these sides are equal. BP equal to 1 and BQ is also equal to 1. And we do not know what is AP. Let me take this as X. Okay. PQ and let me take this point as R. Yes. If I join this, AR is a tangent, AP is another tangent from the same point A. So length of the tangents drawn from an external point to the circle are equal. That is the second theorem of circles. Is it? So AP is equal to AR. So AR is also X now. Okay. AR equal to AP because length of the tangents drawn from external point. Here A is the external point, outside point for this circle. So this length of the tangents are equal. If it is X, AR is also X. Given that hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 10 centimeter. So AC is the hypotenuse. AC, total AC is 10 and AR is X. Then RC will be 10 minus X. Is it? If total is 10 and this is 2, this portion will be 8 only. How do we get that? Total minus this X. 10 minus X. That is, CR is a tangent. CQ is another tangent from external point C. Therefore, CR is equal to CQ. Length of the tangents drawn from external point to the circle are equal. If CR is equal to CQ, we can write 10 minus X here. So for this question, just to mark all these, that will be enough. Then from this question, we have to find out perimeter. As you all know, AB plus BC plus AC. Now let us substitute what is AB now. X plus 1. X plus 1 plus what is BC? 1 plus 10 minus X. 1 plus 10 minus X plus what is AC? AC is 10 or X plus 10 minus X. That is equal to 10 itself. So that will be the perimeter. Okay, we call it as perimeter, sum of all the sides of the triangle. So let us cancel X minus X. X minus X. Add it now. 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 10 12, 12 plus 10 is 22. So 22 centimeter is the perimeter of this right angle triangle if the inside circle is having radius 1 centimeter. Okay, today's last question, question number 10. O is the center of the circle. We can mark O as the center of the circle. PT and PQ are tangents to the circle from an external point P. If angle TPQ is equal to 70 degree, TPQ angle equal to 70 degree, we have to find out what is TRQ. TRQ. When you get such a question, you can have your own constructions in order to get the answer. Let us see what is the method. Here two tangents are given to us, PT and PQ. And one angle 70 degrees is also given. So how do we get TRQ? Let us join this OT as well as OQ. What is this OT? Isn't it the radius? And this radius is perpendicular to tangent TP. Similarly, OQ is also perpendicular to tangent TP. If it is perpendicular, it forms 90 degree. Is it TOQ? P is a quadrilateral. Sum of the angles of quadrilateral equal to 360 degree. 90 plus 90 make 180. Therefore, 70 plus this angle TOQ should be equal to 180. 70 plus 110, 110 makes 180. Therefore, we have angle TOQ is equal to 110 degree. If you get angle TOQ equal to 110, that's called central angle. Central angle is always from the center. OT and OQ are the arms of this angle. Therefore, angle TOQ is equal to 110 degree. When we consider this central angle, we have angle TRQ on the remaining part of the circle. So in 9th standard, you have studied a theorem. Angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the same arc in the remaining part of the circle. So this arc TQ is forming an angle at the center that's equal to 110 degree. Arc TQ is forming an angle TOQ that's equal to 110 degree at the center. A central angle. So the same TQ angle, TQ arc is making another angle, that is angle TRQ in the remaining part of the circle. So first part is this TQ forming an angle, central angle. So this area is the first part. Therefore, the same arc is forming another angle in the remaining part of the circle. So this is the angle TRQ. That will be actually half of 110. So TRQ is half of 110, or we have to say that angle TOQ is twice angle TRQ. That is a theorem you have learned in 9th standard. Angle subtended by an arc at the center, TOQ, is double the angle subtended by the arc in the remaining part of the circle. So TOQ is 110 now, 2 times TRQ. Keep TRQ here and transfer this 2 to the other side. Becomes 110 degree divided by 2. Everybody knows it's a simple calculation. 110 divided by 2 is equal to 55 degree. Okay. So that is angle TRQ. Very simple question. Only the necessary steps you have to write for 1 mark. Hope you understood. Bye.